toy media je beda no chwa ba se so so this enkomo kama say etimide abran obi nya wa bribia da meka say na efi eye ebra so say yeah to enkomo so high Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so quick reminders you see Hoodoo oka your set designers team no and I wa that happy birthday shonko enko enfama you see Hoodoo and wa that happy birthday shonko enko emao Messi wa me ma me preko pele da for me nyame adman na wohwe wiye ewa of Kenya si number 2 nana efua se wa akoma dankare sa me fro anti B toprehima dodona enim se fro anti B udi ankasa de Beatrice akoma poku onyame Adom a memenda we ne de woto empemo Kenya si number 2 na afi yakope okrabia Kenya number 2 esiye na afi abusia tenase na afi ye ne adofo nyina adwendwene ye ho na yakọ na ase so ewo Church of Pentecost Kenya number 2 nti yenhye ne so me ma me prekope nana efua sewa akoma dankare toprehima awo Kenya number 2 ana ye kana se do friend anti B ma yako kese pa na miame de ma me ho ene ebusuafo nyina ti yenhye ne so na ahwe wi ye kasa de nimnyam for covenant kando atnase sanso na Kofi Tonto enso atnase me maame Mrs. Esther Asare Boachi Adom and then also di wa with the All House of Miracle Mrs. Esther Asare Boachi Adom happy birthday shonko enkoma ma Esther Bakwaba.
Why?
Yes, after State of the Nation address, I love your dressing.
Thank you.
Just that black is a color. I don't think black has anything to do with the State of the Nation. Yeah,
it's a color.
It's a color. I love it.
Thank you very much. So you say?
Yeah.
Ibewu, yeah, kwasa.
Yeah. You see there.
Now, Kuku secrets in my back room. So say me broaden the horizon.
Kuku catch phone to say.
Is that any crowd? Who's just Uncle Moya say? Any Kuku Agu?
Debbie, Ukasa we na.
Oh, me say, I won't say me.
Oh man, can go.
So maybe try what you do. No, Agu. Listen. Obeto.
With you.
Afidi we ho. Debbie me be bia no. Baby omutie pa na omo hwe pa na. Kuku nkrasem.
Yeah.
Adom TV. Mo hwe pa.
Yeah.
It is a politician and a member of parliament. Now we can't say kwasa me na omutie no ho a. You must be very careful. It mean to me sacrificing integrity make cancer enye.
Agu enye right way.
Listen to me. To see am no kasa yi. Cote d'Ivoire vote me free Cote d'Ivoire. Ewura Ghana. First nipo ne ya na ne small girl. E be fa Coco e free Ghana e Cote d'Ivoire engui.
There's a challenge. Yeah, how?
I don't know what description.
Debbie,
okay. Maybe another example. If you have a situation, I will produce you cocoa. Now a declining in an area, a declining more than 60%. 60%. Ebia cocoa a four.
We 10 hectares.
Fantastic. Okay, my more example. Cocoa a four. Ebia bear 10 hectares. I ultimate take cocoa bags. Ebia bear. I'm being very conservative. But be about 100 bags.
Okay.
For the year.
Yeah.
100 bags.
Yeah.
Now at the end of the day, want to mean 10 bags for the same cocoa farmer. You still have challenges. Let's go.
But cocoa.
Let me tell you another thing. The LBCs, cocoa license buying companies. Be brave. Because cocoa board. Omato cocoa na wie na omo export cocoa no. Cocoa board di omo car. Omo ntua. These are facts. But these are facts.
No, but the any factual.
Agu in a sense say baby ani e woni baby akodru no. Say bia ade e because your challenge ni say production are declining and as I decreasing by let's say 5%. Oh, we have a challenge a bit by a year. It is what cocoa by 100 bags. Now I drop by 95. You have a challenge.
But if you are going by the wild one smuggling. And yet issue yakase enena ebia the quantum of nyoma yes go as in
and the money good no quantum no the money good.
I say ye ni na ho asoman ayimu nipa fo no so.
How on earth? Look, obia ba there will be that attempt, especially when there's a disparity in the pricing. So what I say, a bit move toward the direction I was wrong. But what we are buying on. There's
a certain responsibility.
A certain responsibility.
And there's a certain responsibility on the citizenry. Very important. Don't
go there. Don't go there.
Look, I'll raise a lot of issues. They're good for the cocoa business. I'm saying, yes. I buy intimi nkase onhunu se saa nyunu no enyunu fa ho ekwohye fufu aban intimi nkasa se won tu ho anamo a aban modern bo atosin kokko adwuma enwu ye by the how bre de to so biem se kokko ni bre afimu ni nyina wi na ne sika emma enye real enye
fantastic.
That's what I say. Fantastic. You know, me person tell say but a good na me no be say
I still insist say a good because look the whole Ghana, baby, I need to cocoa pie.
Yeah.
And I keep raising this. This is a very important call I've started raising. Say, so before opinion they say, let's rethink. Because a bit more how much do you cocoa 3-4 times still if you feel say cocoa in a year, you just a man to hokwa. You just a certain discussion. You say, okay, cocoa no cry failure at this point. And you know, young pet crop will be a high demand because the backbone of the area and cocoa. The Siano cocoa no Akuffo-Addo.
No styles no.
Akuffo-Addo. The Siano. Okwa. I want you have no idea. So let's rethink. So you say the bedua bro. You the bedua kakadro. You the bedua denyo. I will say a tested soil no.
Na who dey betimi.
Ye who dey betimi aye. Because obi wa esase sa dey way back for the past 4, 5, 6 years no. Wa replanter but still we emfa. Ye nkoso eni hia sa. Okay. Those omo relocated back that part of the country. Now they are going back. So the economy of the area and air dwindle. The president and I say, onye na just obey hoshe. Inti yenye ye assassin. Yeah, you free hono. We have to rethink. Ourselves opinion leaders from every constituency, every district, the region.
But how often do you draw the attention of a chief executive? No, anyone kuma Fifi Buafo. How often do you draw the attention to some of these?
Oh, they should be on top of issues. They know it.
I mean, that's why you are there.
No, but you see,
it is not only to say Ube Pia Bashe, but to draw attention.
No, you see, Joe Pessoa kind of credit. At the MPP function, we NDC function. We raise their attention all the time. They are buffooning say, or bad admitting why you won't be no defending. That's the most annoying. Exactly. That's what they do. That's what they do. Well, you see, because I want not cry and make my people are suffering. So I'll use the appropriate means without going to him. Look, the Minister for Agriculture, on several occasions, I'll go to his office and engage him on issues. If he say, the name be how the neighbor bonting, no train anymore. I did a cast or so sometimes you have to go to the idea the farmer say an idea, no I implement it. At the end of the day, what is important is say a month for not benefit. But so yes, I name away now. Now who say they all can answer baby. Now obese you are in opposition, you are supposed to keep the government on it too.
Exactly.
Now me call the office no when they who's a kind of Nako. So they make our high. My people know that I'm talking for them. Whatever conversation I've had with any officer, no, obia and mean to me no opinion being couldn't come. Okay, so when we are talking, we know what we are talking about. Okay. So as for the cocoa industry, obio cocoa, especially in the Sashi area, imagine and to one or more, Yankasi to one or more. That's if you say cocoa near him. Near another crop, a very place cocoa perfectly. I bet you are booming the economy of the area. I was here.
This conversation is bigger than you. That's why.
Exactly. You can't see, I am very happy you are saying it's bigger than me. So me man on a sunity, I will bring it out. So more like the president, like the ministers, or more feel say you have more responsibility. No better me asomu ye no. I was so ye. So who? Ni na ye camera. Ben kasa bia me wo opposition nti. And I say, oh yes, small boy, you know. So I dream I made a ban a year. Yes, some Let's work towards it.
Small boy,
so please, I mean, I'm telling you, because cocoa now is the backbone of the economy for a very long time now. I don't want to pretend say me expert in agriculture, but as a senior do baby, you do baby no. Nanke cocoa no Ashanti region more than any part of the country. I hold a free be by you. And the safety. You see, I mean, okay, I believe Ashanti region kind of top in the cocoa. So what did they do right? I didn't free ho. We have all these things to learn from. But buying and the sole responsibility to me, it's just I could in same way now. And I'm not any. So I think that say a brony if you say betting a duel. Say soya beans a betting a duel. Say then you in as much as I dear no, a bet to me and my young for and no more do area on who must begin to think through. And yes, sir, that I'm saying it's sense I said.
Okay. And then I can be about say now when you another reason why cocoa echo from because even cocoa board,
they are lamenting. They should solve the problem. Why not own pesca? If you think that, and you should even ask yourself why they're smuggling to La Côte d'Ivoire, because of the price disparity. Now, in any way, you cocoa quality than the Côte d'Ivoire for the I don't know much about the board. They want to board. I didn't try. So cocoa any fee say, or best I say 1 hectare forever. No, and 6,000 Ghana cedis. I was so. Na cocoa creating no fees and the cocoa is seasonal. A bit of 6,000 within 1 year. I will never because my minister for
you don't practice an illegality, especially a deputy minister.
I agree.
Deputy minister former.
Yes, you don't need to say this. I'm American.
And because the catches will be to Galamsey when it there bank.
Yes. I made the camera. Don't make the law so difficult for people to abide by it. Don't push the people so hard. Say, the enye means so. But we are banya. What dream was said, didn't make me a me man for the enye. That individual has a responsibility, do. But, and the cocoa 1 bag, no. The cuckoo can baby sign on say. Cuckoo 1 bag make cotton, I didn't make me at all. As compared to, let's say, about 10 years ago. That is the government of the issue. How many bars of cement could go back in the bit? Okay, the Côte d'Ivoire any better than saying. In any case, make my patriotic, my mentor or Ghana hand pono. Maton with that lower price. Is it kind of something? Tanka. No, I catch them say, many a bona air form. Now, the air form can be sank and nam say. Sabi. Media may yet son costing Jesus Christ into no. Men cause one mini here, a brabby back to school when you scanco. So there are rare issues. May catch out Lances by Copet, Modu Moka Chia, no my real statement, Samibois. On my back, this year, baby statement, Samibois. Meanwhile, that is the reality on the ground. Many are central focus, ya farmers, Ekasa, said Monka. Still, they will find a way of defending this. And now, Eguba. And the people listening to me, who be I used to see, I'm back at you, say, cocoa industry, and yet, deals, deals are district officer, purchasing class, or district officer. Now, people are calling, who is that? Oh, I joined the CID, I say into Omoyedi. A lot of them, because, so the party war, a purchasing clerks, ABR, our bay 400, cocoa ni hobby, they will keep us 400 night. They were slashing that, they are not occupy 200. Every year be no more reduce. Every year be obi wakwana minor crop so on to be. Nti be a major crop and say be 100 baht to be nya to no ato no jai. The rest of the year no yeden. I am telling you that this is the reality. Unfortunately, they might na slow kakra on agriculture sector. So we have a ranking member there. I'm in charge of health and you know how I do my work. But the reality sometimes and you know how so me say I'll take the cameras to the front. I'll do the press conferences in the farms. And even now, how challenge me. So my press conference was for more than one who phone Yagan, I challenge me. What challenge me? These are the realities on the ground, on my honey. Realities on people are suffering. I'm not for yes, you can't tell you any. They are on their farms, but we just can't tell you any.
I see.
This is true. I'm not lying. Oh, it is a representative of the nation. Now, because it be a year. Nipa not tell classic one. That just say you are not on top of the issues. You are not talking for him. How many are Ghana for? So my ask for the cocoa sector because a man probably will have another day. Bring the facts, take you to the grounds, and listen to the cocoa farmers yourself.
All right. So I am calling comments, but why have you refused to Why have you refused some of my ministers now, designated ministers?
Obi, I press conference based.
No, I said them who
okay, so our position is simple. But could be here me have power, so I the same way. And you can say we are now because time or soon.
No, because
I think that's my priority this morning.
Which one? The abattoirs?
No. Shortage of vaccines.
Okay.
Childhood, very, very important.
But the minister and the president, they've spoken to that effect.
And so vaccines are back.
Clearly, there's nothing wrong with that.
Very, very important.
Why? And I'm my ministers number.
Well, number one, I would say, I run a committee, we are on the report of the committee, but embark of the House for debate and probably. So
at the committee level, where the most into
the general position, you feel is the size of the government in the Sonodo. I complain here, especially at this time. Or adding on more, no, we think that is highly unacceptable. In the case of the Associate John Dramani, and in fact, at some point in time, keep some deputy ministers at the ministries. You remember, John Janapo. It's okay. The minister called, who do 4.5. He didn't bring any substantive.
No, that's not normal practice.
But you say
that's not normal
but
practice.
You see, situation BRMO
but what is normal should be done.
No, but we don't need more.
No money regions, additional regions across 6. New regions maybe no.
So you are only making my point.
No,
so
I'm making this point for the government of the day.
That new additional regions means new ministers.
Exactly.
That's what it means. Yeah. And we are against new ministers. More expenditure for the government. You have to cut down our expenditure. Your problem is that most of them are expenditure.
Expenditure issue.
In the area, if you say, baby, you do no. Okay. In here, say, Abayano. Or merge some of the ministries. Okay. Now cut it down the ministers. That's our official position.
By secret voting.
You do I don't want to preempt whatever will happen on the floor of the House.
Yeah.
You do I will jump.
I know that the ministers will go through because secret voting quite a better expose you.
Okay. Let's get there.
The NDC as a party more.
Let's get there. When we get there.
We've had this experience several times, you know. Ministers.
Let's get there.
That's the other side of it.
When we get there.
Ubaka Kuku, the quickly ministers now for your back.
I think say you share that engage and I share our platform be also. But you a few times maybe I know the last week about Parliament. Timamencha and I'm more na bason so say Matisse or rice farming or
send the planting for food and a bunch of share.
Improve season on your Viana.
One by no.
There will be a single person who was this idea. Commercial.
No, it's not about a trap. It's not about a trap. That's fine.
I go my own. Now side of farmer me because I'm to Caesar me nyesika kranto. Okay. So I develop my own
so more seats no.
Yeah, develop seats. Enye about trap or anything. Me say we are making. I'm speaking genuinely from my heart. And I'm a bow abaso. If you say so man sabi you ono mo a mo ya amanyosem titiri o mo wo mrahye bedwam ne ministers ne ade ase nyina ye kan ho abom. See the Kuyayo e ka ho e ade e bebo e mu bi wo ho a ye pese ekum sabe e bi a ahoden ne nya nso ye ne mre na ye nya nya ye pese ekum ti se hu se o ye bibisa ye bo aba so sa aba bo ana aba mo de enya no ne hia me kese kese de nti a me busa e na me pese me hwe se bi a there is some supporter there is support bi ansu na no kra kire se o modon bo no eso en ti ma ye nya no politics na me ni sehwi empatam ho I think say Western North me boa na bia wo no dwaboso ne empatam ntimi nka de esi wo dwaboso se me betena se me nim dwaboso nsam kire honorable Akando na menye no kwafo enti so how be koso wo dwaboso a ye beji atom
kuku adwuma ni mu a
so how be koso a ye behwe ne ehu se ampa se no kra bi sa ewo mu a esi agitum na mmoa bi esi ye de boa akuafo no ye de boa mo na de aye me nwanwa kakra ne se Akando kasa no se dwaboso ne se hwimpatamu e na ono na dwene mu no free se koko kuayo no egu So what I say?
Or see egu.
Or see egu, sa no kind. So I say mo area ho no. Egu, enya sa no kind. And how can Ghana you know?
Or see egu no area.
The area ho.
Because I made me area na here.
Exactly.
And that's what I.
Until I mention me refer to area now kind. But okay no one share down my empirical evidence be.
Or see smuggling.
Smuggling, there's so crowd responding to him say, and you're net na sebi smuggling started. O catch them.
Or see no problem.
I know me about it. I know no beji atum say o can say be at the quantum.
Yeah.
I know what say na and quantum ninti na make us egu no. But one my figures be regarding the quantum. Anna or a member of parliament. Ye musa na say smuggling cost one in peso so a dey nhihye no aya fa ho dey bo aban.
See that Busa say how often interacting with the chief executive.
Dey nhihye na because there are immigration officers, national security officers, a mo nyina abo asade. Enti ye be pemre na edi kokon ho komo. Na dey me hu afa NDC for ho no say anytime bia na omo ba na omo gya asem ba ko atum. Enam so omo nim say yan kan kire say yenye ho hyehyɛ na no ye bi di ho komunti no.
Na bi we call ono de bibia fa cheme. Bibia ono ntina ama me hua kokoo hu ne oma bebre. Me ama hyɛda agebre wɔ kofo hua. Bibia me hia ne bia. Esan say aya no de kokoo nsɛm ye ne nsɛm no. Me bisa ne say kokoo no ayi improve ana because me kɔgye adesua wi a na me hia ne bia me ka kyerɛ ne say masa kokoo na ɛkɔ na we na ka ho asɛm yie ma wo say o da bi. Nya sa ne ti. We wada ro better answer.
Na opanyi di kokoo asɛm ban. Ya me na me dem topic ban. Mami
ya wakasa mati.
Na me catch ne say ma ye nkɔ hɔ.
Kokoo nkomo no.
Ma ye kokoo nkomo na ene ye nwie.
Na wokɔ hɔ.
Na no pushi.
Na wokɔ hɔ.
Program ya me dia.
Na wokɔ hɔ.
Me na
wokɔ.
Be host.
Em say na wokɔ.
Kokoo asɛm ye ken yo na. Opu atu ba bi. Na so hu nya.
Esewara. Esa no akando.
Yeah, all ministers omo position here, omo endorse no.
Okay. Oman san komo ye di ache. President Mahama na ni ministers here 85. 85.
And ebe ko 60. Onyame na do.
Yes, na dwen kira o pese o di ko 60. So what I say? Ba opani no wa be yo mampani da. We di oman yi so da. Enti enye bibia sebi o onye bi da. Ene ye ka ho asemo. Wa be yo mampani da. Ni ministers were 85. Urefi say na wo minister of energy, ene wo minister of power. Urefi. Kwabna Donko na I think say obey minister of power. Sa na wo minister of energy.
Ezimani no.
Honorable Kofi Amaboa. And see, there is empirical evidence there. A chere say wunya akwanya no wanye bibia amfa ho. Enti se ne wanya akomapa sebe wanya adwempo se obesesa no. Nyame ye wadom na se daachi bi emfie num emfie nsia emfie aduonu bi wunya akwanya se obedi oman no so now the sans hye ne be ye adwuma. Now they are adwuma. Ba nya ho se wo ye tenenini because wo nya tenenini. The evidence does not support you. So what I say, 85 ministers. And now, okay, additional regional ministers. Who say now account of the trying hosa. Ubusa and say, yeah, the 6 regions are become trying hosa. But the NDC supported the creation of additional regions. And as you create region through a referendum. Emrani Shakiti si ebe minister for the region anameboa. Omampani we mpo de were you deputy regional minister se free ho anameboa. Enti why do you want to create the impression say regional ministers near de be kan ho no ya additional. Now oman yen hwe data no. So omunya nye mpanyifo yi ntumi yen use the data before mpanyifo e beba. Aban wo 86 ministers. Na 120 something ye teso about 86. So even for that fact in Pona Bana ya sutie at ministers and so there's evidence. Nyame na make. Adwen kire na bi kire say still na onya den o ma ne mrafo. But there is evidence say na Nado Danko Akuffo-Addo etie Ghana 40 ministers and so. 86 ministers. emu 55 and they are members of parliament. On say your statutory ministers, I'm Rasha Ketin, 16 regional ministers, and 1 attorney general. Now be 17. Ti say we 16 if free more mandatory and umpono emu 2 MPs. A Greater Accra regional minister and a Western regional minister. Omo MPs. And we say 16 if free more now back saying 60. I mean 70. 70 no mo na make catch say move 55 MPs. Now I saying 15. So nipa 15 na stand alone ministers are omunye MPs. Also honorable Akando, why minister Dameboa? Why deputy minister? Now ye MP at the time and so can make kai pa. Because me share vetting, make kai. Wouldn't say so be a minister. No ye deputy onye sika me yenu. Ye de kakra bi na ye den. Etwia ne so. Wouldn't Emranum podie de ka kire o mampanyin ni say wahamu abupan aduonum baako anameba 51% and they say ye from parliament. O mampanyin de no almost 80% are from parliament. So it tells you something. What did they make sure I say oh my enti see ye kan sem no a yen kama Ghana frontier sesa. Now enra say nrechi o mampanyin Mahama say aban no wo thousands of presidential staffers. But presidential staffers in so there, ye de call parliament. Edema parliament enya information say aban no presidential staffers ni. O share nkrata ya making kanya. March 28th, 2022. Annual report to parliament on staff on presidential office January to December 2021. The number of staffers Ministers of State at the presidency, Nipa Bako. Presidential staffers, 44. Other junior appointees, 292. Total, 337. So where did President Mahama got the 1,000 people from? So presidential staffers, ministry, 1,000 people. Oh man, in addition to that, Honorable Akando City, when him said there are other agencies, almost share presidency, I say. For example, unim say Ghana AIDS Commission, Eshe presidency, I say. Unim say Scholarship Secretariat, Eshe presidency. You know, President Mahama knows. Yet, because some person who took foot through Ghana for anything, mo better ha now makano kissing in. Where did President Mahama get the 1,000 people from? Unfair evidence in Imra. President Mahama unfair evidence say there are 1,000 presidential staffers. The Omon country when they say 1,000 figure now can. A breakdown here, civil servants and then political appointees. Because by and not civil servants or that. We should break down now. Under President Mahama, there were about 690 civil servants. Time I think say I increased to about 705 or so. Civil your friend is single spine salary so. Sabi President Mahama na ebefa omo na President Akuffo-Addo and ebefa omo. They are Ghanaian workers irrespective of the president, they are there.
Okay.
So why do you create the impression say abana for nipa 1,000? It's not fair. Enti Honorable Akando betna ha na o kan sam na wan na aban no so na wan na wan. I don't get it.
You never get it. Okay. But do I have the floor?
Chairman Joe Mensah, Table of Assurement, and what is 70 years? Happy birthday, Chairman Joe Mensah. Oh, Chairman, Table of Assurement, and what is 70 years? Oh, Yanko mono na
person. But Betty Baku be.
Oh, Betty Baku, I'm so meeting no. And me my own kasasa. Oh, you better respond.
Let us know we stand. Please. Oh, you didn't come out. 7 years na best conversation. You name be wa okay, you bet you jam na ko. I think na your name be one so okay before you go to the next topic, you know. I was aware there. Go to me about figures. And you catch me for figures and round car. Me name the maker and you know me. On bar 2017, the metric tons of cocoa you produce on budget was over 1 million metric tons in 2017. As I speak to you now, 2022, 2023, reporters account is less than 600,000 metric tons. That is what it is. So catch them and say your neighbor discuss that topic where government sector by sector. So it's not as if I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Secondly, for his information, member of parliament, the BR knew how a member of even dissect in security issues. Issues of smuggling is purely security. You can only raise the issues and advise. You have no responsibility, properly so called.
I never said you have a responsibility.
Please, you ask me what have I? Of course. So people are listening to me. Besides, me say, me a member of parliament. What have I done?
Yeah, but what you have done doesn't mean you have to be dissected.
Please. So who a member of parliament? At the end of the year, it means that
you have a responsibility.
Fantastic.
What responsibility not carry out?
In issues of security matters, the best you can do is to advise. You don't have a direct role when it comes to security, even in the district level. As every member of parliament, I never
said that.
Especially so when you are even in opposition. In some cases, and let us be realistic here. Okay, that's that about that. Now, issues of deputy minister general, for your information, just like you have said, there is extra expenses when you are a deputy minister. The difference between deputy minister
and a
member of parliament. So take your time and take the monument. Approved by will be there's an extra cost. Of course. And yes, sir, we are deputy minister. Now, no, it's not like that, please. That's the point. And in any case, sir, ministers be how you can't touch them, but they be how you can't touch them. I would be hypocrite to sit here to say, man, fire regional minister in Western North. But you can merge Ministry of Communication and Ministry of Information. It will not be a sin because somebody has done it before. That's what we are talking about. Railway, aviation, transport, and we are the same thing. You can merge them. That's what we are talking about. The expenditure, ballooning expenditure year by year at the presidency. Please, we sit in parliament and document, so we know what we are. As for the record, the breakdown of the question we just say the cheapest question, we can publish it. We are publishing crowd. Okuye to our house. Okuye to publish it actually Facebook no can what some crowd. Those things Ghanaians say the man John Dramani Mahama e can biano enya dia sabi previous ano eye bibi on one eka eye dia komo e koso.
But the president cannot talk about over 1,000 presidential staff.
Let's say
when that is not the reality.
How do you conclude that is not the reality?
But there's official document to that effect.
So we'll publish it, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll come out.
Exactly.
And let's go to, I keep looking at the time because of that.
No problem. The open source do come on.
I may respond quickly. No, we are.
On which one?
On Linsama, I can very
quickly. No,
just 2 seconds.
Obey your submission.
You can claim
you notice. Who your submission? Don't worry. We your submission not there. So, Honorable Akando, you are worried about the shortage of childhood verses.
Everybody must be worried about the shortage of childhood verses. It's a very sensitive issue, and on my name, the TNI say since 1977, and I yari big sent to Buruno tuberculosis. Many are the Ni Mpensenpensemu Mpensenpensemu anybody be free ba. Into Akolabi wo ho abewo no. Obenyinia bedu be 20 years. Na adwe no, na te say obi a wanya 5 years. O man so wan bi da. Akolabi a abewo no onyini no na ne nan no kra na abubu no aye bubu ani. Nti hwehwemu koso in the whole world. And WHO Adaroma amode expanded program on immunization ebae na Ghana launch onto it. And to be very fair, Ghana ya they are boy modern. Yari ken enye sabi afi na aba yenim ho ne pomasi bro. O yari a awo a aban bi obeba no bon ho modern na ye pesa nuro no na ye de emma nkola no. Nti obi wo a ye wo akola na between from year 0 to 5 years no ye wo nuro a ye de mom pasesa ye de mom a ebo mo ho ban na mom nyini yie. Nti ye tie ne se Ghana man mu no ya boy ho modern tima cover be ye 95 coverage. The last time I recorded death with respect to measles was around 2003. No, from 6 you upgrade akobe 13. Your man now 13 Gavi, Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization. Omo bua Ghana mine me top vaccines libi. Out of 13 am I no for no e boy me to mu du. Man pa tin komuni ye pa o. Omo boy me to mu du. ene ka miensa na mo so miensa ne de mo a mo ye den mo nto na de ye ha ye nto no aban emfa sika bi a ma me ye nto de etie ne say every year bia no ye will be a friend no National Health Insurance formula. This formula no every year be the parliament ni ya approve. Na enumu no na me no mienu. Me no mienu sika edi tua National Health Insurance na insurance na insurance scheme no. Ye yibi e de kokoto vaccines no every year. Until last year in the 2022 budget, no mo de share mu say o me here 72 million Ghana cedis the kokoto vaccines. Ene ye hu say hu hia nti no ya approve ma wo no. My hand say somewhere in October last year 2022 and I yadien to Bruno measures no eti say the northern part of the country Bushegu Mone and then 2022 yadien eti say wo eti say mane spread ba answer yadien bi say eti say no na kire say vaccines na short for a very long time cry na yenim ndi ye sha ase ye bisa ho nsem no ene ye ti say se sia no vaccines no ashoto ebi ni ho o ma hini maka che otunsanso a akola bi ebenya abra ya anwo no anase ya mani sa nduro wenyina na the area wo mu ni say vaccines no enti se paracetamol no aka say oh mako hospital ya nya bi amame nti na ko pharmacy shop bi na me ko yedan me ko tobi nti vaccines are strictly protected by government. Nti ebi ni ho. What I say? Nti nkura ye wo mu sesia na ebi ni ho no. E na ebi an so won time a akwa e wo say ye de ma akwa no. Sa time ni twemu a e wonsan so akwa ne so. Nti 2022 ye hu say ade na eba no. Ye frɛ, I mean this year and ye frɛ minister for health. Say minister, ade na ekoso. Ba na be ya no. Nti ye frɛ minister, ye frɛ some of the agencies including the National Health Insurance Authority for because omuna can also muchia. At the first meeting, Minister Amba, the National Health Insurance for buy. Yeah, look at this we am. I didn't think there was shortage. Also, it's kaya de chia. Mochia must say, and when we break down, so first one, you tria baku in June, you try the next one in October, you try the next one in November, last one you try December 2020, you try security. Sir, and na chairman on the committee. I'm ultimatum say, baby, a minister will be within the next 2 hours. He must appear before the committee. Until 2 hours later, the 2 deputy ministers, the chief director, and the director general for health, no mobile. Why you believe you in me? Explanations are made by Yan, including the depreciation of the city. In the catch almost say, among five ministers and Casamanimbra. From that time, they show mono, and then. Any be minister but enura chi na osanko ba on the floor of the house ebe yin semfo bia no ka obebrifu so far be who say Emma so no ye minority for address press no on the vaccine shortage no so ba bontin ebe yi ya now some minister ne kan nyina no ba kokwa ni watumi to vaccines ba kokwa ni ho so ye no kre oh yes now I'll tell you why minister ne say or refer to a link and a statement by WHO. So I must say, the availability of those vaccines, no, in short supply in the world. Me could read this statement, no. Be anyone here to say, nay in short supply. In any case, after the time I COVID buy, no, nay in excess in the world market. And yet in short supply. In any case, oh my honey. My cat tells me 13, get before 10. Get before 10, there was a co-sponsor, and they shot to you. 10, no. Yeah, I was here to shot to. Our responsibility, no. And what's even get video, you have to call finance and then put in tria. But get the position, they say they will never allow any child in Ghana to suffer for the sins of the politicians. That's their position. It's a one fact versus that one fact on the beba. Into get before that Roma 10 day and shot to your. Who they train there? We say COVID in their short. Na 10 eh. And another interesting angle is that Gavi Koyo Mobo Emi to 10 no. Almost say Ghana, you do middle income status intino. Omo ba be withdraw. No makobwa amanfo do for because in edi hon kakra. Meanwhile trade won to me to 2013. 2013. Now, the man me real whole ye say minister ne kwa na nkasa bi wa me arehim bia because one can share that ben kra na me no kasa yi see me no kasa you ho every minute be wo akola I deprive them and it's a right to every child per the 1992 constitution every child in this country has a right to good health Omampanyi President Akuffo-Addo onya akonya immunize a vaccinating a ma including his grandchildren the minister somebody created the opportunity for him out me vaccinating a ma and the grandchildren so today when you say in some jurisdictions, so we minister and so we are buying out trauma, such a shortage bar. It's a crime. About for any DNA, it's a crime. Now the president comes to the floor of the house. Obama sabi hope kakra. Ono so be lamente. Ya tisa adena ba, aden de enya kra. Oh, me di ho yaw. Na why also solve problem no? Anka president ba ye no. Ye na me hwe animu ni say ampa e shase free that's in the shase ya record say na mum na me no ka say you take delivery of so many.
He assured that efforts are underway to ensure that vaccines are procured immediately for all children.
Immediately
it could be today.
Nti I don't know say today could be immediately
immediately
we emergency issue when you be to actually down every minute you work ala
na mo say no mintimasi o kosi enkosi koda dwane koten so aso bowa any attempt by this administration to do something mo kwasa say covid emergency buy mo so montiase e board bibi we so president say ya ha adwene medin hihye egu akoma animani ne yi sa ohaw no ebe free up prekopo say eno ne de we
abra asa koma ye din na won tiase
da bi tiase if say sa drone na ye ni ho no ana ye chefa kwa intimi live up to 8 no one say guy before the try baby o mabedu say middle income na that's why she and you better 13
emergency issue do you see who say kosi number 1 we shouldn't have gotten to this point in the first place and yet covid you need be free by no we started fighting these diseases since 1977
the way any kwase money
see
ana see
aye tua hoka ana see nti asie wie no send you we na say mo mampanyi nti be catch intempa in the matter of 3 weeks 1 and na madika catch us say we mpo no AC outbreak dey hu October 2022 nti vaccines no bacho vaccines no nti area kra ka be obi akendu Ghana nti there was no assurance than lamentation okay effort be no put in place catch kind paragraph
okay so of course this shortage, if prolonged, will affect negatively Ghana's childish immunity.
Why name we? Lamentation. Lamentation verse what? Chapter 9 verse what? Lamentation.
But also in accordance with our desire not to be part of the, not to become part of this global
lamentations.
Government has taken steps to ensure that stocks of these vaccines are procured and supplied.
What steps? What steps?
Stocks to procure and
what
supply.
Steps? And then you could procure what? Your steps and you proceed. The mere fact that the steps is not enough. What steps? And I said in Parliament, international agreement, international transaction must come to Parliament. In any case, we are members of Parliament.
But the Ghana Health Service, according to the President, has delivered an elaborate program to catch up on children who have missed their vaccinations. Immediately stocks arrive.
Immediately, after arrival there, I agree, and I'll give the benefit of that from the minister. Then the availability you can want to see.
But there's an immediate action that
immediately a day that I catch them say immediately. Immediately 1st October catch them. Immediately a date. A day baby and many. So it's a very instead of making me buy look, and I'll tell you why sometimes I do this. Oh, in as much as the government is irresponsible. So be because once you are in opposition and you are a ranking member on the committee, there's expectation. Say some of the things, and I will confide in you and say it on this platform. I can tell you, say some of the things I say. And there are some professors, medical doctors in the field that professionals, professors in the field, professionals. Sometimes they say my dad might confirm me 3 meetings with groupings in the sector. They will come and brief you and tell you what is going on. One can be a sometimes for the fear of victimization.
Victimization?
Yes! I'm telling you. For the fear of victimization. They see on the figures. on we are so
almost some Ghana
because on him say what be we no e bia watermelon teaching hospital me the example ya de be ko bia karaga on some person be ko nti also mu no they can't talk to you nti no ye ka papa so pam mo ma so nyina ni mo de se enye ndisi fo nkwa na ewo ton then ni bia MPP for wo bia wo nti akola na on to me nkasa ene no. The president must stop the lamentation. No make clear roadmap. Say we are born by say Ebia by the end of Ebia 15th of this month. Ya eba do ha. We are distribution formula any now at least say one pa ye ni da so. Right. But you see I know what has a few weeks. We could be so that a few weeks. Few weeks never comes.
Kofi.
Me that's me near Kando there or a ranking member on the health committee. And some say in a bar, especially where information about late, say about discussing. Na amana yibibi ewo. Inti me pese me call the political angle. Say aban be irresponsible ne sa ne man. The TN say
abana muntu on this matter of an emergency delivery of vaccines.
Yeah.
On this matter.
Yeah.
It can be described as quite irresponsible because clearly cap na be dem no yenimu nkwada dodua at this time no esan so munya sa vaccine we be no and how a bit medium problem how irreparable it might be.
Yeah.
So there's a certain level of irresponsibility.
So and I made sure say but before that no na me person me responded to Akando
no problem.
Some of
no
the
problem.
Akando man ka say your responsibility say oh na so cost of post smuggling. I never said that. And he said, "Osi utia asema ya ati ni man kasa." Me say, "Eden na wo ye fa ho." O man say as an MP, me ba. O man say kasa den na wo ye fa ho as an MP.
No, you have a certain responsibility.
Yes, but you have.
No.
You have.
Even citizen as Akando mamen kasa wo na utia so mamen kasa.
Kofi Bayentia says he has a certain responsibility.
O man, the directive principles of state. Emma Ghana ni bia asudie.
Then you should have brought as a member of parliament.
It
was needless.
It
was needless.
Don't take it for granted.
Me note here. Me ye citizen. We are citizen. But ye rank citizens. They said you are a superior citizen because of where you sit. So don't create the impression that you are just an ordinary person.
We are.
I didn't see a friend member of parliament. I didn't see a friend honorable.
You see,
don't run away from this.
No, but it's a very serious matter.
No, but don't run away from it. You have a responsibility.
No problem.
You have a responsibility.
Some of these things,
the American say, no, the American say, me nkasa wona fasebe, bibi ko jina border. And now when I gather security for because your RegSec, your DISEC, and Sanemani, I mean, but as a member of parliament, so Assembly constituency, ye brief penny for a while. Oh, yeah, penny, ye be brief. Penny can ya sacra nebia, ye brief for him. So, who know the obet me, I have found say bia, and penny phobia no mobecasa, who can one sound, be yes to train your yes, and to make me say. Because
what they are saying, I'm highly uncomfortable.
I see. Kakra and I am uncomfortable.
I mean, I have itching. Because you see, me in my submission just like you are saying. I have raised the issue. That is my responsibility. But beyond that point, tell me what I should do and I have not done. Tell me.
Akando.
My responsibility as a member of parliament. Issues are going on. I blow it everywhere. I blow it, including your program.
Why cherry?
So, in this case, my responsibility is not to hide the issues under the
Akando, why cherry?
You understand?
Why cherry? Why cherry, Mami Kasa? And the American say, don't misinterpret what I am saying.
Okay.
I never say so. No, two. Akando to her catch them and say, ye meji we, near meji we, near meji. Mu meji we, ye nyina no mu be see 85. So what are you talking about? Omeji ministries ni na wiye no. Who be see 85.
We are coming at 60.
No, the point I'm making to him is after that you sit here and talk about merging. Omeji wiye na be see 85.
And there's a omeji na be tia. There's omeji na for bra for.
What you say? The point I'm making to you is that your merging argument is moot. It's moot. It has no credibility. If merging is enough, you could have merged to get below the 60 na nka wo se wo ye enne mu ka sei na china maka sei ye mpe s gracia e china de misika media asante ese medi s gracia ensem bebre na moka. And then when you talk about the data osi okujeto publish it there, because you can certainly publish the workers at the office of the president, but for the ordinary person, no, they may not know the difference between say ebia where a civil servant na where you say until the figure will be highlighted and say a government in 1,000, but you didn't break it down to show them say when we political appointees and na when we there you beto wo aban bia beto wo. You never said that. And a mama parliamentary document chere say breakdown chere say enya no kre say presidential staff is here 1,000. She said the President Mahama Khan rather 337. So let's put that argument aside. Now let's come to the vaccine shortage. How do you handle? Like I said, I respect you as a ranking member on the health committee. Certainly, we have more information than I do. Enti say how be wo ho me gidi say obetena fidie so abeka no kre ama Ghana for ehu how no e ho. Boni bi anim. The omampanyi kan ya ne say ogitum so how ho. Na ogitum so say esi ye die betimi aye emprempren ya dia so sa how.
Enema mienu.
Wo akandon so kasa no man meba o kan say samiti ye dia mantu ye correct me. O say and now also China money health minister
me
patro sa na kan.
Yes, we have summoned him before the committee. Yeah.
And some of the details are wubusa wa. I am sure say minister ne ba mubetimi abusa no na monya answers a mo hwehwe. This oversight responsibility adwuma de sabe mintimi ne obi ani ho akyinya me fa anye politics because eye sabe ye mane ye nananom nkwa ne ye ka ho asem. Ye mu bi ye tie yi na nka ye nya some of these vaccines anka bia me kai say mi so antenchem gumi. So what you say? But some of these vaccines are one and crabrum near the end. Say be your umpa. Don't want to me prevent. Say be your umpa. A boasen a bear unya de unfimo. Enti ya ma minimum be near the ma mama. I am shishewum. Namia don't polio dear. Last time I me read the me who say yetimi I eradicate it also. Enti I can't do ready me count who say they are buying bit me a beer. Na enimanimu ini mprempren
takasa no say na emu awrem enimanimu ya
oh so no account no expert in enimanimu ya no
up with the position of the minority. And then I think President Akuffo-Addo is also drawing the attention of Ghanaians to that effect, say his government is not doing or indulging in reckless borrowing. Maybe an area of interest to me. And running and reaching the Magia Roads Ministry, the highways, the urban roads. On President's emphasis on roads. Because the reason I'm more interested was that what we declare 2 terms, you know, say year of roads. That's the one to improve, say, ampa. What's my acquiring there? That one there. So we don't have time, but I am convinced by the figures that I have gotten from the Highway Authority and the Road Ministry. Not with this your book, but with the government's call for more. I'm convinced that
book ya no data on the
Juma my or because President comes on go but me show book
what's the problem with the book?
Me show book ma
I'm penny attach no as
book ma
what's the problem with the books? I'm wearing a green book.
Where white you are the white book. White with the black.
What's the issue with the book?
Photos really.
I can't know you.
No, but
say Uni. I got no ba uko road ministry. Feeling of all these things.
Because why here you na book ni ma. It's maybe me phone at you.
But me come by that. Me or there me
capture any na no me expose this here.
Na no akwa agenda 111 president and can was about.
Do the emerging one
okay with it.
Why accuse you for a very long time in this guys. But you see, let me start and to start with this two you know.
Paul Joe short chow or see anytime we who be with your submissions also I can't do bully. About Paul Joe.
Why are this? No, I can't do bully.
I don't believe
me show no me pededi. Inti say me kasa na be kasa. Memo akasa. Enye bullying. Nobody can bully me. Oh man, me nobody can bully me. It's absolutely
so Obahene. Yeah. Before I go to these two topics, it's not for nothing and nipa be more than 100,000 we are both now frame will show you so. It's because I'm an opinion leader. Yeah. Because I'm a member of parliament. Yeah. What I say. I've had the opportunity to be in the executive before. Demo yen na abayehwe. Good. Any responsible government to be on, you pick some of these and then investigate and you follow up. But what I say, it's a me smuggling issue. Now me try to show you. Now me can answer. I've performed my responsibility. If I raise it on the floor of that, I've performed my responsibility. If I talk to any security guy, I've performed my responsibility. They mean to me, yes, Marco certain forward or Marco see border. No, that doesn't fall within my responsibility. Okay. But they make an answer. So it is not for nothing. In near Jumaye. And I'm afraid to see I'm not me so many programs. But because what framing, now me person perform a responsibility by reaching out to the millions of Ghanaians or something. But make what you must say. Now let's go to the two other topics. Now, I mean for the second one about the ECs, or more position about the CI. Or my man young host why busy worship before from the American. EC the host. Being no, me shall say free. A brilliant to wait for one pay. No, baby, me do be other coming. See, I'm sure here, your democracy, your bomb by a beppum sandwich, your map, your home coin, I'm not saying. I didn't see. ECBR was so dear back where was on say, who conduct the elections. I was a woman gun and beer, walk coins or to a back coin money trading. It be beer by a consider by cutting off a section of people, you have to avoid it. That's your first responsibility. Basic. What I say. Now you see what the Nkata Abba, Masheba Jofi. Yensi San de Koto Abba, Mana de Koto Abba in 2020. No, Yensi Sano. Na Eden she say no de Abba or see. A idea. So Kocho din our battle woman. Na say woni Ghana Kada, Untimi. The Ghana card, passport to put the on the market. The Ghana card no, unibia. Okay. Answer na be cancer no. Jira what who say Ghana card ni yadia ni padodo na more than 99% e will be. Omu nibia kwanya ne wo ho na ebi omu no mo person ba kofa bi. But sa Ghana card ne so no ye nim say nipa bebre wo wa omu nya kwanya entwe omudin. Ye nim se bi muso atwamudi omo so munya krata ni bi. Now, their point in say National Identification Authority for say e bedru say ye koto aba no bi anye bi. That was their defense. Inti Minister for Finance cry show so memo muska na National Identification Authority for sika omo so muni no. Omo tumi anya e bi aye amagana fo nyina. Mahne. The yenye abra wo ye mra ene say Muntumi nyamra emma bibi ene abra wo hwe animu se besie. Nje wo se wo beti akova Ghana for do na de wo se wo ye ne se twen na cover. Na akova wi na de data ne ba wi a ne yo de chese ampa o dwabo for ye ebia mpatwasa na de kan. Ye 100,000. Emu be ye 99,000 atwo mudin o ampa ene obia obi se nipa no ompes onibia no no na mpese be den obeye. But not until so we do hono. Untumi nka se chenchen ache me se Ghana card ne yemfa aba. Meanwhile, we can buy a no last 2020 now. We compile list no. One kasa from your own map on the floor of the house no. We say move 40% na mo the guarantor system na etwe obodi. And also because the passport no can effective say guarantor system. Guarantor system no na mo the etwe obodi. Number 2, sa guarantor system kro ya no. Wo National Identification Authority card na we say no na abaye no. E don so ye de. Into bi kotwo ni din no ni passport NIA na obema nipa be mi no abeden aba guarantee ama no adenti na wo ma guarantee system no enya adwuma wo di enim na obi nan koye mfama no eno so ya no mo de buy ni say which is not true anyway ya no mo de buy ni say guarantee system na e wo National Identification Authority for di enim no anu edin esen de e wo mo di enim no but the answer is that any if amara bra na be ente na e wo National Identification Authority di enim ye ni saa bie. Because almost say no commission of oath no almost swear before that way there almost swear before their offices. So the National Identification Authority for to me there any hadn't now so to be. From Ranabra name ho kwan. E bi emu ni say. So bi benya kwan atwo ne din a. Na say o hwe me ha in Dwaboso constituency. Or Africa in Dwaboso constituency. Or Jeto in Dwaboso constituency. Or any part of Dwaboso constituency a. E was say oba Dwaboso ansana otuma be trinity. I can tell you on authority say within my constituency no, if you are in and out no, I cost more than 50 Ghana cedis within the same constituency.
But the system has always been busing people to.
Oh, but then I know that is not a discussion.
Oh, the bus no ye people. Obefe biako, we be fe biako.
Inti no manipa na kwenya. Na yemfa nko e na mremu no pedesia na e de to aba 2020 no. E kire say answer na electoral commission e be ka say e ha na e beto aba and ha na e betwetwe edin no. E wo say ye gazette no bia hu. Untumi nkoma electoral commission for nko ahụ kwan say monko hye na mo babia mo fi say mo be create police station bia mo create. Nti ade be chi na koketi police station in the law no the previous year no e wo mredodo a e wo say utumi create sa police station so ansa na akokoto aba. But what I say nti we no mo no so wan hwe yie now the question mra ni mu a wo be prevent nipa bebre abra omunya kwanye den enkoto abade.
In fact, my position is a Ghana card should stay.
We don't have a problem about Ghana card. We don't have a problem. Ghana card can stay. But any additional provision say obi only Ghana card. We failure. We follow on to this one. So when you have been pony bia wachira, I think make a reckless boring.
Govi. Now what parliament can say boring be reckless. When you sanction
every borrower goes through parliament.
When you sanction
and also come be quiet
Sika bia man bobo bi say parliament.
Also say
the Ministry of Finance website, there is a report called the Annual Debt Report.
One
what's the name of parliament?
The TN say mreno kopa. The TN say so can kind LI 2111 clause 7.1 I think clause 7D mra ye hye no 2012 Emma ho kwan say some of the mandatory use of the Ghana card ebini say for voter registration. So what I say nti emra e wo ho as that time no na mini account do na na wa ban ti emfa no nto nche etoso mi emra ye registration start here no kai say asi dun ketia be ka kire party for say mo register and son actually osabe sesana no asi dun ketia ba bontin be ka kire NDC for say mo register for Ghana card eno no ahu say asem na o kan no irresponsible and reckless eno osaban obanachi now o man yenhwe data no last year nipa sen na to aba President Akuffo-Addo nya 6.7 million meboa and President Mahama nya 6.2 million, a difference of 500,000 people. So we can boom about 13.3 million people. Minkai the voter register ne papa, the total voter register. I think it was about 17 million or so. I have to check.
19 or so.
No, the total they didn't do 19. This time now you expect to say
19.
They drew 19. This time at 2024, now you expect to say the total voter register will be about 19 million people. Now, we share NIA data now.
They capture more than
NIA data now. They are any power register for the Ghana card or Mukuta card. 17,375,000. Omo Ghana card. Omo nyambeje ya print here da ho omo meje 642,000. Omwa ye what pending issues with printing 541,000. Enti who can we ni bom kra na you are looking at about 1.8 million.
Obviously they have a gap of 2 million to catch up.
Yes. 2 million impo no oman ebi ye omwa afi no madru emfie no so. So what I say. And they are capturing some of these numbers as well. And remember say and yet, Ghana card. For a long time, they call all the various places in the country and Amebwa. ye no ye mop up exercise.
Okay, unfortunately.
Ye no ye sad called various districts and regional capitals.
Maminda was it.
And the then obi beka say ye franchise obi. How can anybody say that?
All right.
How can one statement ben? How can anybody say that? It is a move bet na hanamu act irresponsibly. I can check Ghana for say mamu register. Then what's that someone no say Ghana for register. What are you talking about?
I said you get here.
Mo ti ba omi amuti mi da.